to you.
3 is intestinal fortitude. This is where you hardwire them under extreme duress. Putting mad pressure on them, putting them in the darkest place. This is where you prepare them for their smoker in the gym. And when they get to the smoker, this allows them to show up on fight night. So check it out, see what it looks like. This is not rocket science. It's textbook boxing. Let's see what it looks like. Our objective is to show you how to walk the man down behind the Philly shell stance. You step on that jab, it just keeps the rhythm of the other guy off track and allows you to walk on top of him. Let's see what that looks like in the ring. It's simulation mode. Work time. Time. Then no matter what happens, whenever you call for this thing, it's not going to show up. Your favorite fighter is not laying an egg. Their nervous system is fried. And this, my friend, is called neuroplasticity. And that's where the brain typically can catch on to things that's familiar and hardwire itself to it, connecting all of the different passages in your neurological system. So if you need the legs to move faster, then boom, guess what? The nervous system connects to the legs so your legs can move faster. If you have to get out of the way of a punch, your nervous system is the actual conductor if that act can happen or not. And this, my friend, is the hard wiring process that you have to go through. And if you don't understand how to do it, then most coaches that are in a corner, they don't. Because this is a specific skill set. Just like the referee has a skill set, the judges have a skill set. The person that's in that ring fighting has a skill set. The person that shuttled the bus over there has a skill set. The guy who works the cut, that man has a skill set. Whenever your power blows out during a storm, there's a group of men that come over called electricians. They climb up on a pole and they have a skill set. That, my friend, is exactly the third component. Hardwiring the nervous system takes a skilled individual. So sometimes you see your fighter lay an egg, and it's no one's fault. You just have to understand you need those three components: the skills, the mindset coach, the person who can actually whisper the right instructions to that person in the right manner, the whisperer. And then the third, the person who understands how to align and hardwire that nervous system so these orders can be carried out. And when you look at Usyk and Dubois, what Usyk did was unique, but what Dubois did was very impressive. Now, I always tell people when they watch my shows that there are only 3 reasons why fighters lose. And every time I talk about the 3 reasons why fighters lose, I put the video up and it does 1 million views. At least on some platforms it does. Why? Number 1, first reason why fighters lose: incompetence in the corner. That's tactically or lack thereof experience. And they don't know how to call for what's necessary, or they don't know how to do what's necessary. This is quite often. The second reason fighters lose fight is lifestyle. Going into a weight class that they're not prepared for, or trying to go down too far. Hanging out, partying, drinking, indulging in drugs, activities with women, social life, too much social life. Not understanding that boxing is a protocol on your life. You don't get to do what your friends get to do. So that's number 2, lifestyle. A lot of people don't consider lifting weights lifestyle, but when you bulk up too much and you have to go into another weight class, boom, that's lifestyle. Too much eating, feeding those muscles, boom, that's lifestyle. Next thing you'll know, you'll be in a weight class that you don't belong in, Charlo, and you'll be fighting against a dude that you shouldn't be fighting. That's the science of understanding the 3 reasons why fighters lose. Number 3, EQ is emotional intelligence for those of you who are not familiar with the term. And that is slipping on a banana peel, meaning throwing a punch you shouldn't have thrown, overreacting off of impulse. Slipping on a banana peel is a term that I use because that's what happens when your EQ is high and that drops your IQ low.
How do those guys get into the top 25 without being interfered with the politics of boxing?
You know, ranking was a very complex subject.
Yeah.
Because records do not speak. They cannot tell you the story. Series of situations that we have to study to rank a fighter. Record, activity, level of opposition, and we analyze each fight. If you are fighting in your hometown and the other guy is a visitor. If you're fighting abroad, if you're going out of state, if you're going out of the country, all these things come up to create a formula, and we have rating committee members in 22 countries of the world.
Okay.
Every month we receive all their input, then we create a draft, everyone reviews it, and then we come out with the official ratings. For the best rating for a fighter, you have to be active and you have to fight against good level of opposition. That would bring you up in the rankings much more than if you're not active, if you're fighting against bums, if you are only taking easy fights, and everyone analyzes all that data and gives it a value.
The thing with Usyk is he doesn't depend on his power to knock you out. He depends on his skill. That's why it's a tough ask, because he's going to box rings around you.
And you start doing things that are literally stupid. Victor Ortiz, Floyd Mayweather. Headbutt to the mouth, stupid. Drop your hands down, stupid. These are things that we can't allow stupid to take over brain. We call that stupid brain. So these are the 3 reasons why fighters lose. And every time someone loses, it's one of those 3 reasons. Incompetence, lifestyle, EQ. That was not present tonight. The skill that's required to beat a southpaw is understanding how to throw punches in bunches in short, tight packages. That's the only thing that I saw Dubois not do. And he was throwing the lead right hand pretty effective. But you have to understand what goes where. And when you don't understand where it goes, that, my friend, is what we call, you're just fighting off of impulse. Putting them together in bunches, pop, and understanding why guys shadow box like this, short, tight, compact, 4-inch radius, is because that's how you have to fight a southpaw. The other punch that you have to throw other than a lead right hand is a short right hook. You throw that to a southpaw, it doesn't matter. It lands 100% of the time. Chest, belly, hook to the face, earlobe, jaw, point of chin, it will never miss. Are you throwing it? These are the things that tactically you must know about fighting at the elite level. And if you're not doing that, then see, it's time for you to start. And so this is one of the things that it's hard for me to blame Dubois, because he did overcome the mental part, the emotional thing. He overcame that by fighting multiple guys in between one fight to the other with this guy. And he's a beast. And so with that being said, that is what you do against southpaw. Uppercuts to the solar plexus, right hooks to the head, right hooks to the chest, right hooks to the body. Always remember, you gotta have the straight right hand, but you have to put those punches together in bunches. If you do that, you'll beat any southpaw. If you're elite, if you have all three components that it requires you to have to fight at the elite level of boxing, which I named, then you will be on your way to not only a championship, but my friend, the damn Hall of Fame. That's all I got, man. Hopefully this was something that enlightened you and you took something from the channel enough that you'll say, I need more of that. And if you want more, go right down to our links below if you want to learn how to fight against a southpaw, and if you're a southpaw and you want to master your defensive prowess, your footwork, and all of those other skills. There's several links down below that will lead you directly to our boxing superstore, where the University of Education, the School of Boxing, resides. You can find anything that you need if you're in the sport of boxing. Coach Bradley signing out. Be blessed. And look, if this gave you some insight, continue to follow for more. Subscribe, and no matter what you do, stay sharp, bite down on your mouthpiece, and never get caught slipping in boxing. So long. Peace.
I feel like it adds another element to my defense. I'm excited to see where it takes my game, man.
Show, I thought it was awesome. My defense confidence improved, and I learned different angles and how to block, and also how to counter too.
My experience with the Philly shell is comfort, as far as draw the line and stay there, and sizing up the opponent. That's my experience. That's what I like about it.
Comfortable. My defense got way better, and I also can counter. That's my experience with the Philly shell, and I know how to get away from the right hand.
This is the back foot system.
You got a system written down?
It's the encyclopedia of boxing. There's nothing like it on the planet. Nothing.
Hey, thank you for doing that, man.
Yeah.
Because like we said earlier, if there wasn't guys like you that do this stuff would die. You're not gonna see Custom Model come through the door. You're not gonna see Dundee come through the door. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like all these guys. If there wasn't guys like you that do this stuff would die.